This is Caleb with Integrity Home Inspections. I am at 52 Northeast 85th Avenue in Portland, Oregon, doing a sewer scope from the clean out on the front side of the home, next to the front door, out to the city main line in the street. And then here is the connection to a concrete city lateral line. I'll continue to push the camera to the city main sewer line. And right here on the top portion of the screen, you can see that they're pretty minimal, but roots are beginning to intrude through a joint right here. So I'll just continue to go out to the main sewer line, and then on the way back I'll mark that position and any other problem positions. And again here, I know it's hard to see because they're really minor, but they're beginning to come through the line. You can see them more right on the right hand side of the joint. So I know they're minor now and they're not impacting the sewer line, but eventually they'll just continue to grow and eventually clog the line and just damage the line more. And here we're connected to a terracotta clay sewer line. And here, about 65 feet from the cleanout, we reach the city main sewer line. I'm going to go turn the water flow off on the inside of the home and wait for the line to drain, and then pull back the camera and continue to inspect the sewer line. So I went and located this position. It is located out in the street, just going to wait just a little bit longer for the camera or the line to completely drain, and then I'll pull back the camera and continue to inspect the sewer line. So here it looks like we have a little bit of a damaged joint, or offset at least. It doesn't appear that it's catching any debris, and it doesn't appear to be roots in my opinion. That looks more like mortar that was used when installing the sewer line. If there are roots, it would be, kind of more flimsy and flexible. It looks like it's almost like a rock, concrete, or mortar that was used, that kind of seeped through the joint. But this could be a problem area in the future just for catching debris because of the offset. There's not a flush bottom part right there, so I'll go locate this position. So this joint appears to be just past the curb in the street. So normally anything in the street would be the city's responsibility in Portland, but I just recommend contacting the city to double check that and make sure that's the case for this home. So if this joint ever does get worse, you would know that at least this joint, basically from this joint on out to the main sewer line, would be the city's responsibility. And then here's the connection right back to the concrete line. So here's one of the joints. Appears that have really minor roots coming through on the top portion, kind of off to the left hand side. You can see two little roots coming down, and then right here on the right hand side, top upper right hand corner, you can see another root beginning to intrude through the line. So again, they are minor now, but they'll just continue to grow and continue to intrude through the joint right here. So I'm going to locate and mark this position as well. So this position is located in the front yard underneath some bark dust. It was about 3.5 to 4 feet deep, and I marked the position with the depth in green spray paint. And then right here, around this joint, these ones are more obvious, still hard to see, but there's roots beginning to grow through this joint as well. This one's just a little worse, but not much worse than the previous one, but still, if it's not taken care of, they will just continue to get worse with time. So I'll mark and get the depth of this position as well. So I marked this position as well. It's right underneath a small tree, so that could be the reason why they're beginning to grow through right there. But I couldn't really mark it as clearly as the previous one because of the tree, but it was about 2.5 to 3 feet deep there, pretty much directly behind the previous marking. But I still did mark it, it just doesn't have the depth marked on it. And this is where we connect back to cast iron, and I thought I noticed it on the way out, and you can see it just a tad there on the left hand side, where it looks like some small roots are beginning to come through as well right there. You know, it's common for roots to find their way through joints, especially when the joints are connecting from two different materials. This is cast iron connecting to a concrete, so I'm going to locate and mark this position as well. This concludes the sewer scope video inspection. In my opinion, because of the roots and several joints, the sewer line is in failing condition. Even though the functionality of the sewer line is fine, eventually those roots are just going to continue to grow and get worse, and then you know, make the line clog up eventually. But all the problem positions are basically all located directly out here in this little front yard area. Most of it's bark dust. The deepest, I think, was 4 feet at the furthest out position located at the street, and the most shallow was 2.5 feet, which is just right up closest to the door, and there's a small green marking there. So I'll put all this throughout the report and email the report along with the video inspection to the agent and buyers. Thank you for choosing Integrity, and have a good day.